Nice.
I wrote this September 29, 2019. It was a story that I had put away for, like I was starting, I was doing my company, I was thinking about doing this story. But then I don't know what the hell happened. I started like character creating with symbiotic, and then it just spawned on me. So I put this to the back burner for a while. But now, I have the character, I have the art, I have everything. I'm just trying to figure out who I'm going to get to do this for me. That's all. But yeah, it's
hello.
What up? What up?
What up?
It's going to be called Baransu. And I'm going to explain that all in the future. But it's going to be all interconnected to the Symbioverse. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, man. I just like people keep asking me, like, where are you getting all these ideas from? I'm like, bro, I always have these ideas. They flow too much. It's too much.
Wait. Where do you get these ideas from, homie?
What's that?
I said, where do you get these ideas from?
Yeah, exactly. They come from the universe, my friend. Because you know what it is? I understand the Kathleen Kennedy freaking kids of today that can't write anything, so they got to steal other people's IPs and destroy them. I get that. That makes total sense.
Yeah, with the Acolyte. Have you guys seen it?
Okay, I'll just say this real quick about the Acolyte, and then we could move on. I saw the first three episodes, and well, the Force is gay. That's for sure. The Force is female. That's fact. That's what they're saying. The Force is not something that you're born with. No. It's something that you could choose to do. Like, it's like taking up karate now, where before you had to be born Force sensitive. But now it's like anybody can just do it at will. And it just so happens to be like now, in the third episode, they were using some witches to create a Force baby, a female Force baby. So you know what that means, right? Bye, men. That's what it comes down to. What happened, Alex? Where'd he go?
There goes Alex.
He couldn't handle it. See, that's it. He couldn't handle the truth.
I don't know what just happened.
Don't come here if you can't handle the truth, my friend. Oh, look, check it out. Got my new symbiotic t-shirts in. Look at that. Oh yeah. Alex, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to rock your world right there, man. You okay?
No, I accidentally restarted it. Sorry, what were you saying? I totally forgot what you were saying. I did not catch what you said.
The computer didn't want you to hear it. Don't worry about it. No, this is what I said.
Disney's listening.
I said that what I feel about Star Wars is that they totally destroyed it. I mean, I don't know what would be. No, I think this would be a bigger disaster than Madam Web. At least Madam Web didn't do the damage that it could have done potentially. But this will do the damage because it's pretty much comes down to now, if we go back to the old mythos, the Lucasfilm version of the Force, it's pretty much always been about good and evil, the light and the dark that meets in the middle. This is the balance of the whole universe. That's what the Force means. And not only that, the Force was also not meant for just anyone. You had to be born with a certain metachlorine count in your system in order to wield the Force to begin with. So those are the principal foundations of what the Force is. Okay, I'm sorry.
Everyone's born with midichlorians, but you have to have a certain amount in order to be able to wield the Force, correct?
You have to have like millions and billions of metachlorian running through your system in order to be able to wield the Force. Now, it doesn't say that the Force is specifically
over 9,000?
Male, female. Right. It comes down to this. If we go by the old rules, that's what the Force was. You couldn't just learn it. If you were a child and they sent you to the Jedi council to train as a Padawan, if you have no Force anything, they won't even look at you.
Well, in the beginning, wasn't the original trilogy? That was never stated, right? In the original trilogy, the midichlorians. It was until episode 1, Phantom Menace.
No. The metachlorians were introduced very early on from episode 4. They were introduced in the very first movie. He talks about it, but they don't go into depth about what the metachlorians mean.
It was it was glossed over.
Yeah,
they said that back on it then because I missed out on that.
When they
kidnap kids.
When they're talking about the destruction of the council, they talk about Anakin and they talk about how he had the highest metachlorian count in a millennium. Because they keep track of this.
Yeah.
Darth Vader, Anakin, whatever you want to call him, he is the most powerfulest, gifted Force wielder that was born in the last millennium. And if we're really gonna go by
Anakin, the one who blew up the Death Star,
talking about like game lore.
But he blew up the Death Star? Damn, I never saw that movie. God damn. Yo, people been lying to me in the interviews.
This is what these kids are thinking, right? What was again? I know what you're talking about. No, dude, shut up.
I thought Luke Skywalker was Darth Vader.
So sitting here on...
I thought the son created the father.
They went on an interview and
no, legit, like that's what one of the actors said.
Anakin. We're just touching on this real quick. Don't worry, we're gonna get to that. Oh, so they had this fool on the freaking I forget the acolyte talking about how well Anakin could be a murderer too because he blew up the whole Death Star with millions of people on it, but it wasn't Anakin that blew it up, it was Luke, you idiot. But they're talking like they actually know what they're talking about, and I can't believe that yo, guys, honestly, Disney, you guys, you know I work with you, right? Listen, if you need somebody to gloss over these things so I could call you and be like, what the hell are you doing? Don't even put that out. You're going to look like an idiot.
And it wasn't even a one-time mistake.
So
he said it on multiple interviews, I heard.
No, he kept saying it again and again and again. He kept saying
and there's been so many interviews where they've just
kept saying about how
dug
millions
their
of people
hole
died on the Death Star.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I don't understand.
Dude,
I think this is the plan.
Dude, I thought the Death Star was the good guys. I thought they were the good guys.
Hey, they are the good guys.
They were the good guys. They won the war, so you're the good guys. Yeah. If you win,
I thought the
good guys. Everybody else
I thought Han Solo was the villain.
See, and that's what I've always hated about the
he is a villain.
Series.
He's a smuggler and a scavenger.
That's what I've always hated about the sequel series is the fact that basically episode 7 starts out with this really great idea that the Republic is doing phenomenal and it's so amazing, and like then all of a sudden the First Order comes in and the Republic is nowhere to be found, and you've got a bunch of rebels who are fighting the First Order. If the Republic is as strong as you
rehash of the
say
first
it
episode.
is, yeah, if the Republic is as strong as you say it is, how is the First Order able to take on the rebels and not the Republic?
Yeah.
Like let's just talk about that for a second.
Yeah, if they were to do that, I think a more interesting movie would be showing how the Republic fell in order for it to be like that.
Or have the Republic fight the First Order.
Yeah, that too.
Not this rebellion. Like there's no rebellion if the First Order is the rebellion. You can't have a rebellion from a republic if they're fighting the enemy of the Republic.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
That's the point. Nobody thinks when they're making this stuff. Like when you're trying
it makes you think they have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
This is why I say this all the time. These kids today that write suck ass. And I say that right to their faces. Suck ass. What up, kid? Yep. They all suck ass because you cannot come up with
I'm the good ass
idea,
anyway.
Right? You can't even come up with a bad idea. You can't even come up with a bad idea, you know?
Dude, even a comic book company called Bad Idea had better ideas.
Well, I'm a comic book company. Let me explain something to you. I come up with my own ideas. That's it. I'm creative. That's why I'm going to be successful, because I've always been creative. These people are not creators. They're hacks that try to tear things apart and then take credit for something they had nothing to build. What an embarrassment. I wish I had 500 million. And I'm going to tell you why I say 500 million. Because when this shit tanks so bad that it kills that $4.2 billion investment they have, I'll be there with 500 million ready to pick it up. But that's what I think the plan is, honestly. I think George Lucas is going to buy this back. But even if he did do that at a discount, it's never going to be the same. It will never be the same. Yeah, that's Alec.
Dude, I thought you've seen me before I went gorilla mode.
The man, the myth, the gorilla.
The myth, the legend. There you go. I like that Venom back there. Send that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love
that. Oh,
damn.
Buddy. Alex, I forgot to send your card, but don't worry. I'm going to send it tomorrow. It'll get there Monday. You got your card, right?
So speaking of Venom, I got my card. Speaking of Venom.
Dude, I thought that shit was good.
What did you guys think of the Venom trailer?
I loved it.
I loved it, to be honest.
I love the fact that we're going Clintar, we're going Cosmic. I love that.
I loved it.
I love bunny right here.
Wait, is that custom made or was that an actual thing?
Oh,
Where'd you get that?
Buddy. I don't know. Oh, this I don't know. I collect, man. Who the hell knows even what year I got this? I don't even know.
Damn, I want that, dude. I
But
thought it
yeah,
was cool how
Venom Bunny.
like
That's awesome.
his universe
Yeah,
has
thank
found him, like his planet has found him. Do you
Clinton's
think
coming,
this is going to
baby.
be? Do you think
Yeah.
this is going to be like an introduction of Noel or like some version of him?
Oh no, hell no.
God, I hope
Oh.
somebody
No,
doesn't do
No, I know exactly what it's going to be about.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's going to be about what we're looking at right now, from what I can tell with the trails and everything, and the supposed symbiotes you're going to see. This is lethal protector, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's Venom.
I like Lethal
That's what
Protector.
this movie is. No, exactly what it is. But that's what it is. That's what
Not
the whole
Planet
movie
of
is.
the
You're gonna
Symbiotes?
have Phage. You're gonna have.
Yeah, I was thinking
Scream,
Planet of the
you're gonna have
Symbiotes.
Agony. No, I'm telling you who's in it.
Huh.
Phage is gonna be in it. Agony.
Okay.
Scream. They're gonna have like all of the lethal protective Venom symbiotes in it. And I did hear that Riot was gonna be in it too, but I'm not like 100 on that.
Again?
But I did hear Riot Page. Right, he's coming back. I don't know why, but this is what I'm hearing. Riot's supposed to be coming back, and then I guess what's supposed to be happening is he's the one who's going to, because Riot knows about. Go tell him why.
Because AI said so.
There you go.
But I don't think this one's
That's
going to
how
be written
Sony
by.
does it.
So,
AI said so.
I don't think this one's going to be AI though. I think they've been
I don't
doing.
think so either.
They've been doing good with the Venom
Yeah.
movies.
I will say
look, guys,
the writer
I
of
don't
this
really
is
mess
the
with
writer
AI,
of the
but I know a
first
lot
one,
about it, and I can tell you right now, they're not ready to replace people yet. It's not that good yet. Like, people think that Chad GPT could do anything. Look, man, you still need to be creative. Even I've seen people make comics with AI, and people are like, oh, but you still have to know. Okay, it's a different line of programming. It's more or less like, instead of programming something, you program by gesturing and speaking to it in a certain way and typing in certain things. That's how these things work.
Yeah.
But it's not good enough to make anything yet. It will be, though. I'm telling you, within 5 years, we'll all be making movies. Every single one of us. I have a good idea.
I could be a movie director.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna be able to make you laugh, and I'm telling you, man, you're gonna be able to do anything in the next 5 years. Once this AI comes, you gotta understand what's going on and why the strike happened to begin with. And this is why I told you guys, and I say it right now. I'm working in Hollywood, but I don't see that happening for like very much longer. I'm talking about within the next couple of years, because they're gonna own people's images. They're not gonna need you. They're only gonna need your face, okay? And I gave an idea to them. That's why I say it out here, because I didn't patent it, but I should. But I think, like, if you want to really save the movie industry, especially the home entertainment industry, this is the way I would do it. And it exists now, but it's gonna be, you can do it with the existing technology. Now picture this: you're buying a Spider-Man Blu-ray, right? And you're like, oh, this is so cool. What if you just put in like a feature that allows you to scan your face, or anybody that's watching the movie with you, and then picture that you guys are watching the movie, but you're in the damn movie. Now the technology exists for this, but on shorter clips. On a longer format, I'm not sure how they would program that. I'm not a programmer, but I would love to see something like that. I feel the future of the movies is going to be something like that, where you're not going to have actors. Like, even if you listen to anybody that's been talking to Marvel in the last couple of years, think about it, right? There is no Chris Hemsworth. There's Thor. There is no freaking Robert Downey Jr. There's Iron Man. That's what it comes down to. That even the actors are going to get lost. You're not going to exist. It's just going to be about characters. That's it. Your images are going to be used for characters. These people that are out here now making millions and millions a year, they know that there's a number. This is why Hollywood wants to strike the way it did. Because all they did was just prolong the inevitable. The companies, when they are able to take this technology and do exactly what I said, is going to be the day that everything changes. And then they're not going to need anybody else, because they have the technology to do it. You have everything in human existence, face. You could scan the internet, combine millions of faces into one original face. I mean, that's the technology that we're going to be looking at in the next couple of years. It's going to be very revolutionary. And I say like this, it's going to be good and bad. Good for people like me who are coming up that realize that this is going to happen no matter what, because I get weird things about it all the time. People are like, oh, you don't use AI art, right? I say, no, I don't need to use AI art. I'm an artist. I have artists. I don't need that, but I could see the application and wanting to use that, because if I could prompt something to do it for me in a quicker pace than what a human could do, why would I, as a company, not want to do that? But as an artist, I understand too that respecting the process. I don't want to replace artists either. I don't want to be replaced either, you know? But I also feel like having a grasp on this is very important because the more you understand a thing, the better you can prepare for that thing. Like, meaning, okay, if it comes down to that, right? And I'm in the company for a couple years and I got my company going and I just find a technique that I can just take what I already designed and make it into an easy comic. Like, I may get criticisms for that. I may not. But this is the way the future is, no matter what, no matter how I feel about a person or how any of us feel about it. It's already here. That's it. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. You can't lock back up Pandora's box. Once the box is open, that's it. You just got to deal with what comes next. So I feel like
on its way.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now.
We're all going to be taken over by Terminators.
Nah. Let me tell you something. It's real simple. They can't take EMPs. We throw nukes at them and it's a wrap. That's it. EMP will destroy everything. That's it. I don't care. You watch all the Terminator movies. I always said this. When they throw a freaking nuclear bomb down, the EMP is supposed to fry everything electrical. How come these things still survive? BS. Nothing electrical can survive an electric.
Because they didn't know enough about EMPs, most likely.
And then the aliens will come.
I mean, that's
and
the only
take
two ways
over.
around it.
Yeah,
plot armor, or they didn't know the technology.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I can kind of see that, but I don't know. I kind of knew, like, back in the late 80s and 90s that electromagnetic pulses came from bombs. So I knew. I mean, like, I don't know how the fuck I knew, but I knew. And what an electromagnetic pulse meant, how it was.
You were the prophet.
From a nuclear. No, I'm just smart. I'm just smart. I can figure stuff out. That's all. So as I'm younger, I'm looking at all this. I'm like, oh, this is it. Okay, all right. Yeah, Chris.
Tom Hardy wrote Let There Be, or was a co-writer of Let There Be Carnage. Kelly Marcel has done all the writing and all the producing for the past 3 Venom movies. She now has been given full reins. Producer, writer, and now director. What do you guys feel about that?
I feel
this
honestly
feels totally different from the other 2 Venom movies. Just watching the trailer,
in
a good way.
I feel honestly,
it feels nice. I like it.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I agree with you, Chris. It feels different, but not, like in a bad way. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's any agenda being pushed, or just right out the get-go with the trailer. I mean, I like it. Like, this is the first trailer I've seen in a while that, like I said, there's no agenda to it. There's no, you're not pushing anything. Just like, this looks like it's going to be a fun, entertaining movie. Well, actually, I lied. Sorry. Since Deadpool and Wolverine, this is like the second I've seen in a very long time that is really that I didn't see any agenda in there. Like, it's going to be a hell of a ride, and I can't wait for it.
Interesting. This is what I see when I see this movie.
Wait, is Chris frozen?
I don't know. Chris.
There
he goes.
Frozen.
Oh.
Hey, you're back. Okay.
I've got so much.
Oh, he's gone again.
He said you got so much. It's all good though. But this is how I feel while we're waiting for Chris to come back though.
All right.
Okay. Well, I think that she's a great choice for the movie, and I'm going to explain to you why I feel this way. And it's not because, like I said, I don't care about diversity or that crap, right? I don't care if you're a female, male writer, gay, straight. No one cares. I only care about one thing. Do you understand the property? Can you handle the property? And if the answer is yes, I feel like because she's had 2 movies, she's co-written, why not give her the reins? And I think it's going to be a good test for her because she can really show on her own what she feels the character should be about and the understanding of that character. And I feel like I feel when I watched the trailer, I felt like I was watching old school Marvel again, like when it first came out. Like, it doesn't have to be like all serious, and it doesn't have to be all world breaking or all world ending. But like you said, like, I don't have a problem with, like, if you're trying to send a message. What I have a problem is being preached the message. Like, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Preaching. No, I'm not saying nothing about what you're saying. I agree about what you're saying up to that point, because I do agree that there is a messaging that's going on in society all the time. And I was talking about this earlier to one of my Hollywood friends, and we were talking about how everyone sits here and they think that this is something that's new that just came up, but yet if you look, at least I'm telling you, I grew up in the 80s. All right, the best era, by the way. We had the best movies. We had the best stories. I mean, hell, even talking to my fiance today, she made me realize. She goes, "I like how you ended symbiotic, open-ended," and she loved that. And she said, "You know, you were born in the best ever because that's when all the open-ended stories were coming out." And I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I didn't even think about that." So my influence goes back deep, and I just feel like in today's world, it's so overdone and it's so played. I don't care about Pride Month, and I'm not saying that I have a problem with you being gay or not. That's your business. That's fine. I don't care for it because your sexuality should be your own. We shouldn't care about who you want to sleep with. I mean, as a heterosexual person, I'm not going to be out there being proud of being heterosexual. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me if you're gay, you're straight. It doesn't matter to me. Like, I just feel that that's the problem with everything. It's like everybody wants things to matter so much that it shouldn't matter. Just be yourself, you know? There's no reason why that you got to have people come into your ideology and you want people to feel comfortable and including. No, because when you say that inclusion, when they use that word, it's not, it's exclusion. It really is exclusion. If you think about it, anytime I see anything that's inclusive, it's always excluding somebody else. I mean, I've seen a lot of white people suffering on this online, you know? And if you look at this trailer, this show, The Acolyte, that's pretty much what it's about. It's about power, who gets to wield it, which they're trying to say that the cis white men of the universe are hoarding the force power to themselves. And now it's up to us, the women, that the Rainbow Coalition, or whoever you want to call yourselves, to come now and claim the throne, because it's not fair. But that's not what Star Wars was about. It's not about power and who wields it. It was about good and evil. It was about being born a certain way and training in a certain discipline that would make you either a Jedi or a Sith, good or evil. And when you hear these people saying about, they keep talking about it's not a story of good and evil. No, it has to be a story of good and evil. Otherwise, what are you doing? Oh, what they did wasn't that bad. No, now you're loving the anti-hero. What are you doing? You either gotta have a hero or a villain. You can't have heroes, villains, anti-villains all in the same genre. It don't make no sense, you know? But I feel like with Venom, it has hope. It has hope because with Venom, this is the last one. And I gotta be honest, I found Venom 1 and 2 to be fine. Not great movies, but tolerable enough for me to watch and, you know, enjoy and keep up with. I actually liked them, but it wasn't like watching Spider-Man for me. Like, that was amazing, Spider-Man. It wasn't the same. So I just feel like on this, especially seeing what I saw, I said, oh man, I think they're going to push it the way they should have pushed it from the get-go. But at the same time, we're dealing with Tom Hardy and a Venom that's supposedly kind of detached from the Spider-Man universe, which is BS because we all know. But, you know, we got all these different galaxies and different universes and different worlds.
Well, very quick, when you said that about detached from the Spider-Man universe, what pisses me off is that what Endgame did.
Yes.
It's like yeah, Spider-Man's there and everything. Like, oh sweet, we're going to see it, but nothing's going to happen of it. Like Tom Hardy's got him and his Venom went back to the universe. That's it. Like I hope they mention something about that, or they'll probably just go gloss it over. I mean, I don't know. That's what made me mad. Like I wanted more from that.
Yeah, I mean,
but I understand. I understand why.
No, I don't understand why, because you could have did so much better, and that's what it comes down to. Is that no matter how good your actors are, it's about the writing at the end of the day and the directing. So I feel like I'm gonna give this chick a chance because I actually liked the trailer. I really loved the Venom horse. Oh shit, that was
that was the best thing. I saw that.
That was badass.
I was like,
so cool.
Oh, I love that. Now we get to see him like transform a whole other animal, a whole other organism.
Yeah,
dude, I love that. For me, I want to go see it. Hey, yo, Chris, this might. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but this might be the second best horse scene behind the Justice League Snyder Cut horse scene.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe, yeah. You may have a point there.
I know that's Chris's favorite scene, that 5-minute horse scene.
I don't know, but I think this is gonna blow that scene away. I'm just saying.
Well, you know, who don't know that we joke about that all the time because it was a prolonged horse scene that we don't understand why was in the movie.
Because it's a horse, man. Gotta have the horse. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, you need a horse in the movie. I don't care what the movie is. Game of Thrones, you need horses. Even though the dragon's gonna eviscerate them, you need horses. The dragon's gonna
that's
eat
true.
something, you know? I just feel like it depends on which way they go with the story, but I think they could wrap this up really nice, and if they do it good, they could actually pull in Spider-Man and then end the Venom there. But then you can have now on screen Spider-Man and Venom, like I always wanted to see on the big screen. Not that goddamn Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3 abortion special that I watched. That thing was. I still to this day, I swear to you, I can show you. I have about 20 copies of Amazing Spider-Man 3 that I've gotten over the years. People give it to me, Blu-ray, DVDs, all kinds of formats. I think I have one. Yeah, I think I have one in Blu-ray somewhere, and I never opened them. Yeah, I can't bring myself.
So I guess we know what we're getting you for your birthday.
You what you give me? I swear I'll send it right back to you. I'll launch them at you. I mean,
No, he's gonna like unfollow us.
Just keep sending it to him with like anytime I find it at Goodwill or whatever, just keep sending it to him with no return address.
No, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be Goodwill, but it's gonna be unopened too. We're gonna have people. We're gonna spam your address around just so people can send you copies and copies and copies.
I'm gonna just go to a landfill and dump them all in there.
No, watch it. Watch it. Tommy McGuire is your person delivered to your house. Like, yo, I heard you're the biggest fan of Spider-Man 3. I wanted to give you the signed copy.
Let me tell you something. Thomas McGuire still got my Spider-Man #1 that I sent him decades ago. So
if you get enough, you can do that thing where like people hang from the rafters. Be like, how many DVDs of Spider-Man 3 can hold me up? Or how many DVDs of Spider-Man 3 does it take to stop a bullet?
Yeah, right. And I got the gun. I can put them all together.
Then we'll be like the next episode.
One stone. You get to shoot them, and you get and destroy them, and
just like
have fun.
In memoriam, the next week's episode, or if someone has good accuracy, he just shoots it right through the hole.
You say that. I think when I go to the range next time, because I got buddies at the range, I'm gonna take my DVD, my Blu-ray of Spider-Man 3, put it on a goddamn tow line, put it out there, take my freaking sniper rifle, maybe my 22, and plug holes in it. And then
send us a video of that, or upload it.
That. Are you kidding me? I'm definitely doing that.
If that gets enough views for Tobey Maguire himself to see it, that would be amazing.
I'll be like,
and then you have to use that. You have to make a bulletproof vest out of it.
I would just fill it full of holes, and I would send it to Tobey Maguire with love. No, I'm not send it to him. He may think I was trying to kill him.
No, dress up as Spider-Man
and shoot.
Like, I like that idea. You'll be Spider-Wick.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you ever get to meet Tobey Maguire in person, you have to make a TikTok or a YouTube short with him that's him opening up a trunk of an old school car, just like they used to do with all the mixtapes, but it's all the Spider-Man 3 DVDs that he's been trying to sell for the past 20 years.
No, even better yet,
please buy some.
Have Tobey Maguire shoot the gun into the DVDs.
There you go.
Dressed up as Spider-Man.
Because I'm pretty sure if he agrees, like I agree, that was the worst Spider-Man 3. I mean, that being the worst Spider-Man 3 movie was not even close to being the worst MCU movie of all time. That was still an excellent movie compared to the garbage I've seen in the last 2 years pumped out by Marvel. Honestly, the Deadpool and Venom are the only movies I'm looking forward to this whole entire year. There's nothing at all I'm looking for. There's zero. Name one other thing that you're looking forward to, because I can't think of one thing. Zero. Everything that's coming out is garbage.
Captain America: Brave New World.
Is that like next year though?
You mean the movie they reshot like 3 times?
Yeah.
In a row?
Yeah, because the first time people hated it.
And
I
then the
read
second
that.
time people
Start
really hated
reshooting
it.
movies. That makes it better.
I mean, look,
Nah.
Thor, Love and Thunder proved it. Flash proved it.
Morbius.
Morbius proved it. Come on.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yo,
How many
3 times the
reshoots did
charm.
Madam Web have?
One.
Well, who the hell knows? They
That's
probably
kidding.
had many reshoots too. Who knows? Who knows? They tormented those girls.
No, it'd be funny if they were going through reshoots as the movie was being released.
So
They're still doing the reshoots.
I do have to say the reason why I'm so excited for Brave New World isn't because they're doing reshoots. It's because of the reason why they're doing reshoots. It's not the fact that the story sucked. It's the fact that that everything about it was really done well, except for the action sequences. They didn't feel that it hit the audience the way they wanted it to. Like, you want it to shock the audience. You want there to be moments where the audience, like, gasps or screams out or whatever. Yeah. And when you do a reshoot for that reason, to try to get the audience to react, it shows we have faith in this story. We just need the visual to go with the story.
Yeah, exactly. You need to coordinate. That's what it comes
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but then you've got the Flash, where all they did reshoots for was because they just didn't. The story sucked. You have Aquaman 2, where they did reshoots because Amber Heard couldn't be in it as much anymore. You had reshoots for Thor: Love and Thunder because people said that it was too dark. Like, those are not the reasons why you do the reshoots. You do the reshoots to make the visuals match the story better, or to make the story match the visuals.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's when I'm okay with a reshoot. Yeah. But
when we're talking about
I'm really excited for that one. I love Captain America. I really want another Winter Soldier style spy thriller movie. And I feel like this is the best chance we have at that.
Yeah. And I don't mind Alan Mackey at all. I think he's a great actor. So, you know, but he even says, I'm not even an actor anymore. I'm just what Marvel makes me to be.
Even though he lost to Eminem, I'm glad he found his way in the acting world. I'm just happy about that. He became an Avenger.
Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about that. He was in 8 Mile, right?
Yeah, he was Papa Doc.
I don't remember that shit. I hate Eminem though, so.
Oh my god, yeah.
Wait, you hate Eminem?
I can't stand Eminem.
Great rapper, dumbass. That's why. Because he's a great rapper, but he's a dumbass. That's the only reason why. Because he's dumb. He's stupid as hell.
See, and I don't even think he's that great of a rapper. He can talk fast, and he has like the rhyming down, but I feel like he's trying too hard.
You know, like now?
I feel like
even now, like, I haven't heard much of his new stuff from like the past 4 years, I want to say.
Oh.
But like, he has his hits, but I feel like he's overhyped. And honestly, I know this sounds weird, but I feel like he never would have been famous if it wasn't Dr. Dre who found him and if he wasn't white.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
If he wasn't white, nobody would have been like, oh my God, check this guy out. Yeah. Because he would have just fit into the typical mold of a rapper.
Right. Yeah, and to be honest, he had a chance to be with Fat Joe. I know Fat Joe denied him. Okay. He said, like, no, I don't want Eminem as under my label. And I was thinking, like, if he would have went with Fat Joe, I don't think he would not have been as huge as he was with Dr. Dre. Because of the boosting.
Yeah, come on, man. Dr. Dre's a way bigger producer than
sure.
Than Joe, you know? That's all it is. That's what it comes down to. Like, you know, East Coast, West Coast, old school rapping. I'm sorry, Dr. Dre's the king. That's it. I mean, Sugar already doing a bid for life, so you know what? That's it. The reins belong to the Dre, and he did it right.
Yeah, Dre.
He did it right. He did it right like a gentleman. He didn't do it like a gangster. He just sat back and it kept his nose clean and said, let everybody else eliminate each other. And
he was smart about it too.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Dr. Dre. He was very smart how he wanted to run his business, how he needed to do things, what would be successful.
Yeah, I have mad respect for Dre.
Me too.
Always have.
Because you could always, even in his beginning, when he was with the NWA, you could see like what they were trying to do, but you could also see all the outside influences that were trying to not only usurp what they were doing, but take over their company. Like, you know, I mean, shit like is a son of a bitch, man. You got. I mean, like there was a story like I don't know how true it is, but Vanilla Ice tells the story. He went to go meet.
Oh yeah.
They wanted him to sign with the label, and he said no. So they took his ass on a fucking balcony and hung him by his ankles out on the freaking. That pretty much made him quit the rap game.
No, that story is true.
Yeah,
people have confirmed that story being true.
I'm just seeing this. In Spider-Man Find His Home, or is he still finding a way to his home?
That's comment of the night.
I love that, Anakin.
Wait, hold on, Anakin. I've always meant to ask you this. What is your opinion on sand?
On sand? What the hell?
Too soon.
Too soon? Okay.
Yeah, so Venom Horse was good. The scene with the Clintar coming to Earth and that plane fight scene.
Oh yeah,
was very cool.
Yeah, I like that.
That's making me excited for the choreography of the fights. It's also making me excited for the fact that they're not holding back on the fights. Like that scene did not look CGI. CGI has been
visual
really
effects
shitty lately.
The visual effects look really good.
Yes.
And because obviously you don't put your best foot forward in the trailer with the CGI. It ends up not being that way because it's not truly a finished product yet. Especially with movies nowadays.
To make it at that. Yeah, it actually would cost more to make it that way to begin with. But if you can find the right balance of CGI, that's what I always say. It's not about the CGI. It's about the balance and how you use the CGI. Yeah. Like, there's always been a problem with the CGI in the last couple of years. What I noticed is that they've been trying to compensate too much, so you see a lot of the movies look darker, and that messes up the CGI. It actually, I feel like it just mutes the colors. It mutes
Apparently,
everything.
someone said that about the night scenes in Black Panther on Disney Plus.
Yeah, right. Because you can see it's obvious, you know.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, if they just concentrated and they got to work on the lighting, guys. Let's go. I mean, I work at Hollywood, okay? Then the one main thing that I tell you is the most important thing is lighting. I'm telling you, scenes I've shot and stuff like that. But when you see things like this, you guys got to understand, it's not like done on location. These things are done in fucking warehouses with green screens everywhere. I walked into one once, and I'm telling you, it's like I walked to the middle, and for a minute, I couldn't find where the door was. Like, I spun around a little bit. I was like, whoa. It was like a warehouse, like,
it's a CGI door.
It's no, when the CGI door, no, it's a door, but when it closes, you don't see the door. It's just a green screen. And so, you know, it's just green all around. It just looks like a big ass warehouse with a bunch of green sheets all around you. That's what it looks like. It's just green everywhere, right? And it's bright. So I
feel like that will hurt your eyes. Did it hurt your eyes?
Yeah, this should hurt your eyes. It's so
I feel like
bright.
a mime trapped in a box.
But this is another reason why they
like, where am I?
And this is one.
And you made the one decision to wear a green shirt too.
And you wear a green shirt, you're invisible on the screen. You'll be whatever pattern they put. What's bad about that is that it's very bright. So this is why some of the CGI gets darkened. It's to compensate and accommodate the actors not being freaking. Just imagine you're standing at a green screen all day and it's bright. What are you guys gonna do to your eyesight? I've had people tell me. No, I've had people tell me they kept seeing green for like days. Green.
Is that why they use blue screen sometimes too?
Because the blue screen, what that does is like it's a blue filter. It's the same kind of filter they use for your phone when you're using it at nighttime, so it doesn't put strain on your eyes. So that's why they do that. The blue filter is that's why I'm saying this is all done because when they were doing CGI scenes back in the day, they didn't really have the actors be in the scene. They would do like the CGI separate and the scene separate. Now what they do is they put them all in and they tell them, do this, do that, jump back, go here. We're going to pull you with the ropes. And that's what sometimes too. You don't realize you could see, I've seen shoots where they had like 20, 30 people and 10 of them were hooked up to wires and another 10 were just free to run. And it's just crazy. Like it's the most annoying kind of acting. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, this is what Madam Web people went through when they were filming this, and I think that it really I think she was saying that when she was talking about how movies were going to be different, people thought that she meant that they were going to just start using AI, and no, what she meant was the CGI and how they filmed it, and this is the problem, is that it's hours of like when they were doing a scene with the dream sequence when Spider-Woman's hanging upside down. That dream scene took like about a whole day to shoot. I watched the whole shoot. I wasn't there, but I get the tapes and I watched the shoot. And I'm telling you, man, all day green. She's hanging upside down. They position her here, they position her there, and you do nothing with it. It's just for a few seconds. You know?
And that was what, a minute of the whole movie?
Yeah.
I was shocked.
If you
that was the biggest shock watching that movie.
Yeah.
Is that it was one dream sequence and a couple a couple shots at the end. It wasn't even a sequence at the end of the movie. You did all of that for a minute, 2 minutes of film, if that.
Oh my God! I just have an idea. I may put myself through some hell.
That's the next thing I should time out, Alex. See how long it takes for Sydney
this is my
Sweeney
next
to be
project.
in the black suit.
Dude,
it's like 2 seconds. Like,
Sweeney,
damn.
Yo, Sydney Sweeney had such a nice rack. I just wanted to see her fill that freaking suit, but show her. Jesus, you show her hanging up.
So
look, if you saw
she
the
wanted to see her in the
you
skin tight suit.
Yeah, what the hell? If I'm not gonna have Spider-Man around, why don't I have?
Yeah, like you can't see Spider-Man's balls, so you must see a woman's balls.
Yeah,
Careful, John, you're showing your toxic masculinity in the Kathleen Kennedy's.
Oh my God, yeah. You know,
damn.
you're gonna make us put a chick in it and make her lame and gay again? Come on, Dad.
Oh my God.
Put a bunch of chicks in there and make them all lame and gay. Put them in my
movie. I'm gonna be making a TikTok or a short about this soon, but
cool.
Earlier today I saw, what was it? She had said something really stupid. I mean, that's par for the course with her.
Wait, which one?
Kathleen, an executive.
Oh, yeah. So I know the actresses have been, or I shouldn't say actresses because the person goes by non-binary.
Yep.
They didn't want
the actors because that's the plural of.
Oh no, yeah. Actors. Some of the actors have gone out and said some dumb stuff as well that I've been reading about, and yeah. So that's why I was asking which one.
Lucasfilm's boss says women in Star Wars struggle with toxicity due to male-dominated fan base.
What a stupid statement.
Yeah, there's a lot of female fan base in Star Wars from the original trilogy. And did you ever see the interview that George Lucas gave?
I'm sorry.
Have you guys seen that interview?
No, I haven't.
George Lucas was like, oh, all I hear is like there's no women in Star Wars. I was like, he's like, that's not true. I put women in Star Wars. I gave them like the male, like not male. Sorry, I gave them like strong roles. They empowered it. That's what I did. Like, I don't understand why people keep saying there was no strong female leads in these movies.
How many women love Star Wars?
Leia. There you go. Leia was as strong. She was one of the freaking strongest force wielders in the universe. Her and Luke, they were the chosen ones. It wasn't Anakin. Anakin wasn't the chosen. Well, he kind of was because he did fulfill the prophecy.
He bring the offspring.
No, not the birth of the offspring. Forget that. No, he fought Luke. And then he realizes that he's about to strike Luke down. This is my son. Snaps out of it, grabs the Emperor while he's getting lit up with lightning. Which, by the way, scientifically, there's no way in hell a lightning bolt through Darth Vader's helmet will light the skull up behind it. It just doesn't exist in history.
I think we all knew that.
I digress. That was the only
Professor Spider over here.
It was the coolest scene from my childhood, and you just ruined it with your science.
Okay, well,
God damn it!
But
you ruined it for me. I like to live in ignorance. That was the only good thing I had left.
Well, if you want to live in ignorance, I suggest you watch every Kathleen Kennedy movie that's been made in the last 10 years, and trust me, your ignorance will be so blissful you won't even realize you're ignorant. It'll just seem
that's like it's too preachy though. So I want to be ignorant in that.
All I know is that Captain Kennedy is the worst thing that ever happened to Star Wars, and
True.
I don't know.
I say, yeah, but yeah, like I think she could have been good and everything if
Nah.
she did her own
Nah.
original ideas.
No, absolutely not. That's not true because this is what the Acolyte is. It's her own original idea using Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant.
No, I mean like take it out of Star
about
Wars.
a woman. It's about the show is about. This is what the show's about. It's about a student craving the master's power. Isn't that funny? Like when you say that.
Yeah,
And you
well,
think
I meant
Harvey
like
Weinstein's personal assistant.
no, I meant like take it out of the Star Wars name
Yeah.
and create like a whole new show. That's what I meant. Like,
but they're not going to do that because who the hell's going
I
to watch
know.
something that's new, that's made by Captain
Exactly.
Kennedy and by Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant? Are you really going to watch? You're going to watch anything for those people that have nothing to do with Star Wars? Absolutely not. That's why they won't do it, because they can't do it, Alex. They can't do it. If they could do it, why didn't they do it? Why did they have to buy somebody's stuff? Because you can't. You can't create what he created. And you can't. The only thing you're going to keep doing no matter what you do, you're going to bastardize it. That's it. And I don't care personally, because I put it to you like this. George, you sold it for $4 billion because you made up a lame excuse about wanting to spend time with your daughter. I don't see how the hell you selling the company would diminish time for your daughter. But, you know, I'm rich. And if I'm rich at that level and I wanted to spend time with my daughter's going to be with me. Every place I go, during my work, you're going to the best schools. And I'm telling you, this is how it is in Hollywood. Everybody's like, oh, these poor child actors. Let me tell you something. These child actors go to school and they get the best education. They are sitting in a small trailer. It's like 4 of them getting the highest quality education that you can possibly get. I'm sitting in the class with them one day. I'm like, damn, this is 4th grade. I feel like I'm in 7th grade here. You guys are so advanced. Like, I was sitting with a bunch of kids, like, and it's funny because you see the kids with they actually start drinking coffee at an early age too. It's so hilarious watching them come out with their Starbucks. And I'm like, seriously, guys? I said I didn't start drinking coffee until I was like 30, and they were like, "Damn, you're late to the game."
It's like the kids like straight out the womb. Like, yo, I gotta get my Starbucks. I got to get that pumpkin spice.
I want with them, right? Because sometimes I have to when it comes to like the child actors, I have to accompany them if I'm with them for the day. So I accompany them. So I was like, "What do you guys want to eat for breakfast?" Starbucks. I'm like looking at them like, "Oh, okay, maybe they want sandwiches or something." I was like, "Starbucks, okay, no problem." Oh shit, they're sitting there. Caramel latte with half and half, and I'm like, what the hell are you even like? What like skim? I'm like, what the hell? They're ordering like adults, and I'm like, they're like, oh, we got you one. I'm like, oh, thanks. And it's actually good. They knew how I like my coffee. These kids knew how to make coffee better than me. And I was telling them the story. I said, how old are you guys? I'm 12. I'm 13. I'm 11. I'm like, whoa, 11 years old. I can't tell you what you're doing. I'm not your parent. I said, I didn't start drinking coffee until I was 30. They all laughed at me. They were like, man, you started the game late. I told them, though, you know what it is, guys? When I was your age, I had such balanced energy that if I drank coffee, I would go insane. It would not stop. To this day, I still get like that. I'll have coffee in the morning, and that's it. I'm a blab my mouth. My girl's still drinking her coffee. She's like still halfway sleeping. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And she's looking at me like, what the hell? I wasn't allowed to have caffeine when I was little, as you can tell. I was not allowed. So whenever I had like soda or anything, I used to just chug that and run around the streets like a maniac. Yeah. I think I was hyperactive when I was younger, but I think I still am.
Do you know why?
No, I know I still am.
Actually, let me start this over.
Yeah, sure.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's get going.
She started in 1981.
Yeah. She was a coffee assistant. Trust me, she was getting coffee for everybody. She was a coffee bitch. Yeah.
That's she co-founded Amblin Entertainment with Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
So you've got all this success.
Right.
Riding on the back of one of the best directors of all time.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where I'm looking through all the stuff that she's credited. First credit as executive producer is Gremlins. I then click on Gremlins. Nowhere in there do I see her as one of the main producers.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that in the credits.
Me
I
neither.
watched Gremlins multiple
what the
times.
hell was that about? Nah.
Young Sherlock Holmes. Don't see her anywhere in the producers.
Yeah, there you go.
So this is where I struggle with a lot of this stuff. Is like, yes, you might have had your hand in the pot. You might have been in the boardroom. But you're not the reason why it was a success.
Right.
So that's phenomenal. You've been there for all of these successes, but so many years later, you're telling me that Fandango, An American Tail, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, Balto, the Young Black Stallion, Indiana Jones, and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which sucked.
Yo, I just realized the Young Black Stallion seems like it could be a good rapper's name.
Goonies.
I'm sorry, that's not a random thought.
You're telling me that all of these movies from the 80s and 90s, you're
Goonies was
attached to
good.
as an executive producer. Then why the hell aren't you able to do well when you are the president of a company that basically produces something that's going to make money no matter what you put in front of fans? That's my biggest struggle, is how in the hell can you ruin Star Wars to the point where Star Wars fans don't want you?
Exactly. And it comes down to this. Yeah.
Like, I put that post on on YouTube Shorts where it was Steve Carell in the office, and he was like, I don't think I have to wait out Dunder Mifflin. I just have to wait out you. And it was basically like, yeah, it was him referencing the fact that Kathleen Kennedy is one of the biggest reasons why it's failing. And in the comments, people are like, why are you blaming Kathleen Kennedy? Who's going to be the scapegoat next? Like,
what do you mean?
You do realize that since 2012, Star Wars has been going downhill.
And
that's when Kathleen Kennedy took over.
Exactly. So you gotta go by go by anything else. Listen, everybody thinks that everybody's bashing on Kathleen Kennedy.
Yep.
It's not that. It's that you are supposed to be making the next generation of shows, Star Wars related, and you're not doing anything. You're the president and CEO of Lucasfilms, and you can't run this department.
Yeah.
Even look, and I hate Dave Filoni. I think he's an idiot too. But I'd rather have Dave Filoni running this than her any day. At least he has a better concept and understanding of what Star Wars is. This lady that's been around has no idea what the hell this is. She has no idea. In her mind, and there's a picture out there, I'll show you guys. It's a picture that's been floating around for a couple of years. And she did this years ago. She took her, Harvey Weinstein personal assistant, and a couple other girls that she liked in her little crew. Mm-hmm. They all had a shirt that said the Force is female. She was letting everybody know what she was going to do. The Acolyte is exactly what I just said. The Acolyte is the Force is female. This is what they want. This is what she wants. Because she feels that this is the way it's going to be, and this is going to pull down so many fans, and it's not. Because you just said it from the beginning. When you guys were talking about it earlier, I wanted to talk about that. A male-dominated franchise. Right. Made for everyone, but liked by boys. Why? Because when you have action figures of Leia and Luke Skywalker, action figures, they're not dolls. Like, I guess this would be a doll, right? They're not this size.
Wait, which one is that? Is that the Hobgoblin?
The Hobgoblin, baby. Shout out to Soul Twice. Hobgoblin!
Dude, that looks good. I love that.
Oh, I love this. Yeah. I found that in the flea market. Every time I go to flea markets, I find old pieces like that. I grab them.
There's no good flea markets around here. Why is
No. I found that in a flea market, meaning that I will never find that ever again, man. That was the good old days. That's blown up. But I'm just saying, like, with everything that's going on with Star Wars and Kathleen Kennedy, I just feel like between her and the new Acolyte, it's exactly what she said she always wanted to do. She wants to make the Force female without understanding that the Force is not about gender, and it's not about race, and it's not about creed, and it's not about oppression, the patriarchy. And they say that the freaking she's making this show like the Jedi are the bad people because they're hoarding the power. But that's not the story of Star Wars. It doesn't have anything to do with somebody wanting the power and hoarding the power. It has to do with the ability to wield the Force. If you understand that, you understand Star Wars. That's it. All this other stuff they try to put in there, oh, women, it's just this, man. It's all this thing. Shut up. Listen. It's a male-dominated platform for a reason. It's a male-dominated franchise for a reason because they made action figures, the same action figures, and the boys bought more than the girls. That's it. So if the boys chose this to be this way, as adult men, this is going to be male dominated. Why is it that people have a problem with that? You think, look, I'm selling comics, right? You think I care if you're male or female, if you're buying my comic? You think I care if you're celebrating Pride Month or freaking heterosexual one? I don't care. You know what I care about? If you like my story and if you're going to buy it. That's it.
Well,
yeah, so like you make your comic symbiotic, and it just happens to be the majority of your fans are female, and not be a female-dominated fan base.
Because
it just depends on where it gravitates to.
Right. It depends. Not only that, it depends. Right, where it gravitates to, and who's going to claim it. Star Wars was claimed by the boys growing up. I mean, that doesn't make it like a bad thing.
Just like Barbie was geared towards girls.
Oh, I
and
tried
everything.
to put that up. Do you remember that, guys? Remember that. Remember I told you guys, you were laughing at me, and I told you, this movie's going to make over $1 billion, and it did, like I said, and I told you the one reason why.
You predicted everything.
I know. I never.
Even the ending.
Guys, if you guys.
I saw it, and I was like, dang it, Spider Slayer was right.
And if you guys been watching the show for a while, you know everything I've said about Hollywood, I've always gotten on the damn money.
That's why I say you're a prophet.
I guess I am a prophet that way.
Just change your name to the prophet.
But I do do that.
I want to say the only one that was a shock was the fact that Aquaman 2 made more money than the Marvels. I was a little shocked at that. I thought it'd be pretty
I actually was not. Nah, I'm sorry. I wasn't shocked because I'm going to tell you why. Because that movie did have a shot until Amber Turd, and it did get some legs in it because people started hearing that she was going to be in a lot of it. She ruined that movie. Honestly, she did. She did with her stupid antics. And this is why I say, when you're working with people like, listen, keep your professional lives professional. I don't dab. I never in my life, I was a teenager when I was 16. I was making out with chicks in movie theaters I was working in. But I didn't. Like, even then, I wasn't working in that theater.
All right, no need to flex. No need to flex on us.
So you're saying that was a female-dominated market for you?
No. Yeah, definitely. I showed up to work one day to help out in the theater. Right, this is a Fort Way in Brooklyn, and it's nothing but like 10 hot females all in the concession stand. I'm the only man there, and I'm like already scoping out which one I like, and she likes me, so I'm like, all right, cool.
Hey guys, I told her, so this is a public announcement. You should go into the movie business. Go in the movie business, everyone.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, that was the best thing I ever did when I was younger. I was 16. That was my first on the book.
Wait, hold on. The question is, were they also 16?
Oh yeah, we were all teenagers. I mean, teenagers working in teenagers, like 15, 16. We're all teenagers.
He's like getting an adult too. It's like
I didn't believe back then that I should be messing with any of the coworkers, right? So I was talking about this with other coworkers that day. They said, "But you're just filling in today. We technically work for the same company, but you work in Oceania. We're in the Alpine. We're completely separate from each other." I was like, you know what? I did make the exception for that time, and it was nice. Had a nice little kiss. We made out a little bit. I never saw the girl after that. It was great. It was wonderful. It was everything you could have asked for. But I just say like this: when it comes to I learned as I got older, as I got older that maybe the best thing for me to do as a professional is to be professional. Meaning that, and I always see this, and from movies, TVs, politics, sports, former President Donald Trump, the women of all men, if you let them be. The secret to be successful is don't let that be your crux in life. You're the man.
Yep.
Take charge. It doesn't matter if you're gay, you're straight. You have to be in charge of your life in that manner. And you cannot let it go out of control. And I've seen many times in my whole professional life, I was a soldier. I used to soldier with guys, and they would show up to like their family barbecues with their family, and then their soldiers that they banged that had their babies will all be playing together. You're like, what's going on here? Like, why are you doing this? I knew guys that were having babies with other soldiers that were married in the military, and if they find that out in the military, it's not like you being a civilian. No. There's a uniform called military justice. They could actually jail you in the army for adultery. They have
their own laws and everything.
It's called the Unified Code of Military Justice, the UMJC. Unified UCMJ, I forget the actual acronym, but a Unified Code of Military Justice. And I mean, I just felt like for me, like even right now, as I work in Hollywood, and there's a lot of attractive people around, but I'm still professional. You know, I'll be nice. You know, I've had girls flirt with me. I've had some men flirt with me, and I let the men know, hey, look, nothing personal.
Hey, you should tell your girlfriend. You should
Just
tell your
not my
girlfriend
type.
this. Like, hey, like you better, like, be careful. I have options.
Oh
The
no,
men
I
are
don't do
flirting
that to
with
my girl.
me.
Nah. One day, it's nothing bad, but I showed up to a wardrobe, right? To pick up like a piece of wardrobe. I don't know if it was like a coat or something. And the dude that gave it to me, he was just like, "Oh my god, it's stunning!" I'm like, and he was like, "Oh no, please, please." He ran like, "I don't want to get charged with no sexual harassment," and closed the door behind me. I'm like, "What kind of?" Like he just came out, complimented me. Realized, oh man, I think I messed the OEO thing up and ran back inside like I was gonna go Newton knock on him. I'm not gonna tell nobody you was trying to act to me, man. It's embarrassing.
Just be like, oh, thank you.
I just say thank you. Listen, I've had many. I'm telling you, since I was 13 until now, I've had women and men hitting on me my whole life. It's just been like that,
Chris,
you know? And
how many women and men have you been hit on by?
Oh, look at Chris. He's fucking gorgeous. This guy, he's tall. He's handsome. You kidding me? I'm telling you.
I never got
his wife was
hit on by a
him.
ton of
She was
women,
like, you
and
ain't
my
going
wife always
nowhere.
says that I was just too naive to notice that they were hitting on me.
Yeah, because
but I was always the guy,
like me.
especially like in college, the gay guys loved me. I was like, yeah, I don't swing that way, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, but
one of my best friends, Alex.
Hey, yo, what?
Was not you, a different Alex.
Dude, I was in high school when you were in college, so that'd be weird.
Known him since freshman year. He's been pretty much one of my best friends since I met him in freshman year. I was like, why do the gay guys always keep hitting on me? He goes, because you're a bear. I go, I'm a what?
Yeah.
He goes, you're a tall guy. Yeah, you're tall, you're big, you're burly. And little gay guys love that. And I was like, fucking A.
And yet you kept the beard.
He had to after that. Imagine that. He's like, oh, Jesus Christ. No, I'm getting hit up by all these hot men. I cut my beard. But it happens. It happens everywhere. It happens everywhere.
Yeah. Wait, up to that point, you didn't know that was a thing, Chris?
So not when I was in college. I didn't know that was a thing back then. Now I obviously do.
Yeah.
But I want to bring this back to the Jedi because I was looking this up.
We went off topic on that one.
We always go off topic. Well, good though.
I've seen it before, but I haven't seen it in a while. And I found this back.
Wait, is there a bear in the Jedi Council?
No. So I found Wookiees. I found this back in 2019. And there's 3 codes of the
No.
Uh-oh.
The Force got to him.
Oh, man. He's giving away the secrets.
Disney's like messing everything up right now.
Uh-oh. They're like, he's giving away the secrets. Shut him down.
So the Jedi's code is there is no motion, there is peace, there is no ignorance, there is knowledge, there is no passion, there is serenity, there is no chaos, there is harmony, there is no death, there is the Force. That's the Jedi's code. Yeah. That's what they live by.
At least those 3, dude. That was more than 3.
No, so that's the Jedi's code. You have the Sith, you have the Jedi, and then there's a third one.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So that's the Jedi's code. That's what they live by. That's what they stick to. Mm-hmm. And that's what the Skywalker saga was always about. Was for episode 1 through 6 was this is the Jedi code. We have to keep peace. We have to keep knowledge. We have to keep serenity. We have to keep harmony. And death is not a thing because there's Force ghosts and you're one with the Force. That's what I love about Rogue One. I am one with the Force and the Force is with me.
Yeah.
Then you have the other side of that, the Sith. So the Sith code is peace is a lie. There is only passion.
Yep.
Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. The Force shall set me free.
Set me free. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
I know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
then there's the gray code. And this is the one that I thought Acolytes was going to be about. I thought this was going to be the one where we got to see the 3 different versions of Jedi really battle it out for the balance of the Force.
Yeah.
Maybe even have the acolyte, the title character. Hopefully, that's what I was thinking back when they first announced just acolyte as the storyline or as the title. I was like, oh, the acolyte, that could be a really cool gray Jedi, alias. So there is no dark side nor light side. There is only the Force. I will do what I must to keep the balance. There is no good without evil, but evil must not be allowed to flourish. There is passion, yet peace. There is serenity, yet emotion. There is chaos, yet order. And if you put that into a movie or into a series, and you have this Force behind all of the stuff going on between the Jedi and the Sith in the old Republic, that's what we as Star Wars fans, or at least me as a Star Wars fan, wants to see. I want to see that stuff going on in the background, basically like an Assassin's Creed, where you have you have the normal Force wielders, you have everyone in the Republic, then you've got the Templars who are trying to get it for their own good, and then you've got the Assassins who are there to push things into motion in a proper way without leaving too much of a mark on history. And that's what I've always loved about the Great Code, the Great Jedi, is they keep the flow, the balance going, which might mean killing off Anakin to save the rest. But it might also mean letting Luke survive or letting Padme survive and going in a different direction. Like, that's the balance that really is interesting to play with.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's not what we got.
Exactly.
What we got is a
dude. What you just explained, that would have been so much a better show right now.
Yeah,
better pitch.
Hey, look, man, not for nothing, Chris.
Like, it's not easy to do, and I get that, but that's what makes it amazing.
Right.
You can go any direction you want.
This is the whole point. Like, look, I can imagine if I was one of the writers on Star Wars, I would write a freaking phenomenal script. I'm going to write a script for myself so that when I see these people one day, and I'm not talking about writing a whole script. Like, I'm going to have ChatGPT help me with it, put it together, because I don't know if you guys know about writing scripts, but it's really it's not complicated in a way, but if you don't know how to do it, it can be complicated. It's how you set it up. But I do know how to write them, and I know how to put them together. You see, I just feel like this, like what Chris just said. You have a good script for something, and you can make that idea come to life, then by all means find a way and do it. Crowdfunding, self-funding, whatever you got to do. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a vacuum right now that's going on, and I seen this vacuum. That's why I started my stuff. That's why I was like, this is the right time to do everything, because the vacuum is just getting deeper and deeper of the stories that are getting lost in time and getting changed into a way that people don't even care to want to know what the original source was to begin with, which is a shame, because that's how you lose a franchise, But it's what we said at the very beginning. When you have a bunch of talentless hack-ass writers, and I'll call you all talentless hack-ass writers, because I've told you that to your faces many times. Believe me, if I met a writer that I didn't like, I would tell them. But if I met writers I loved, I would let them know, I love all your work. You just refuse a lot of good writers to hire in people. Yeah.
Comics.
Yeah, and that's true too. Because you understand, they want to they want to control the narrative always, which I don't understand. Why would you want to do that? And then the tactic is like, Acolytes is gonna follow the full-blown freaking cry about your audience being toxic. Meanwhile, this is a male-based friend. It's like women. It's like if women were controlling the Barbie franchise, and then they're like, let's just run this franchise too. They understand the woman's side of the franchise, which is why I told you guys why I felt why Barbie was going to make over $1 billion, because it did what it's supposed to do in a movie. You're not supposed. It didn't pander to nobody. It targeted who it was going after. Little girls that grew up into big women who have little girls now who buy their daughters.
And even the men like the movie. To be honest, I like the movie.
I love the movie.
I love the movie. That was it. That was
Ryan
the best.
Gosling stole that whole damn movie. That's what I loved about it. A patriarchal
Barbie,
movie, he stole it. He stole
Barbie
it.
and Oppenheimer were the best movies I saw like last year.
Yeah, I love
Like,
Barbieheimer.
in a very long time.
Yep.
I literally
I'm
saw
glad
Barbie first,
that those
and then I
two.
went to go see Oppenheimer. Yeah.
I saw Oppenheimer first and Barbie. I remember
No, I
that.
wanted to see Barbie first, so that when stuff starts to blow up and I didn't really like Barbie, then I could be like, yeah, Barbie burn. But I actually enjoyed Barbie. And actually wound up being better than I thought it was going to be because, like I said, it wasn't anything that was convoluted, oversaturated in the message.
Yeah.
You knew what you were getting. It's not like Men 1 2
Exactly.
goes, oh, I can't take this. It's so toxic against men.
It was Walt Whitson too.
How come we knew that this was going to be such a hard push on men? But yeah, you never heard the men complaining about it, huh?
Yeah, they loved it.
Isn't that funny? Right.
Yeah, and to be honest, my favorite scene was when John Cena came out, honestly.
Oh, I love that scene.
Dude, I was so unexpected. He comes out with the wig like, yo, what's up, Barbie?
But I like what Austin Theory told him the next week. He goes, get your ass back to Hollywood and get back in your mermaid costume. What are you doing here?
Yeah, but dude, that movie was great. Chris, what did you think about that movie?
Barbie?
Yeah.
I loved Barbie, honestly.
I did. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Dude, I love Barbie.
And I told you guys from the beginning how it was going to be. That's what I'm telling you right now with Acolyte. So listen to what I'm saying. Okay, we're going to clip this for a short. All right, like -1 was the best movie last year, hands down. Yes.
Oh yeah, Godzilla. Dude, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. I have not seen Godzilla -1. I'm gonna buy it on Amazon Prime tonight and watch it.
No. Do you have Netflix?
Dude, I don't have Netflix. That's why.
Oh damn it! It's on Netflix for free.
I know.
And they dubbed it. They dubbed it all in English. Oh, it was good.
I know they have it on Amazon. Amazon Prime too is dubbed too.
Yeah.
I'm just buying it because I like to keep it. I like to buy movies I really love. Even though I've never seen it, I know I'm gonna love it. I love Godzilla. As you can tell, I have a Godzilla poster right there.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I've never been into monster movies like that. Like, I don't know what it is. It's not my cup of tea.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah,
enjoy sitting down to watch two monsters battle it out.
Actually, it's only one monster.
It's a bad movie. Like I've seen some of them, but unless I'm sitting down to watch it with a group of people who want to see it, I'm not going to go turn it on myself.
Yeah.
And that's been my struggle with Acolyte is my wife doesn't really care to watch it anymore because she's kind of tired of Star Wars.
My fiance's like, I'm not watching that crap. That's exactly what she said.
And I'm like, so I have to push myself to find time to sit down and watch this show that I'm not excited about. I'll still turn it on at some point and watch it the same way I did Madam Web to see how it was, to see what they did, and critique it properly, not just say, oh, it's trash. Like, I'm a huge person who I go against a lot of people who are immediately like, oh, yeah, that's trash. It's like, it hasn't even come out yet.
Yeah,
let's call something trash if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, that's how I am. I like to go see this thing first. The trailer looked
bad. You can say that there were things about it you didn't like. That's a whole different side.
Just don't judge a book before, by its cover, basically.
No, you should judge a book by its cover. Screw that, because look at this cover, man. Look, I'm not going to judge this book by this cover. This is an amazing cover.
Dude, that's not fair. We all know that's amazing. We all know that's amazing.
Oh, wait, I just want to put it out there real quick, people. Whaler's going to be doing a sale tonight or what's not. That's the artist that did all
that. Yeah, Legion Comics. I am going to watch it in Japanese first, dude. I love it.
Yeah, you should watch it in Japanese first. I didn't think about doing that, but
the thing with Godzilla is a social commentary on World War II and the bombs and the devastation that they all went to. I love how you brought that up, Legion Comics. That's why I ended up loving Godzilla even more. After I became a historian, understanding the history behind it, and I love it.
Yeah, he was created by all of the nukes that were hitting the Pacific, and that's how Godzilla was radiated into becoming the monster that he became. So in other words, man created Godzilla quite by accident. And that's what I always loved about the lore. I mean, when I grew up watching it in the 70s and 80s, and it was the corny ones, like the big suits and they're walking around. but
Godzilla sliding on his tail.
But wait, because I know Chris says he doesn't really watch the Godzilla. I understand that. But guess what show came from all that? Guess what's the one show that really benefited from all that Godzilla? And you'll never guess that. I'll tell you, you love it too. No, Power Rangers. Power Rangers.
The kaijus and everything.
Power Rangers. Watch how they have the monster fights. It's exactly like Godzilla did. And Saban said,
so why can't they nail it now?
That they can. The problem is that there's no creative minds that are in charge. You see,
It's just
people
that Japan tends to do a better job than the American, in my opinion.
because they
The
don't
American
live
companies.
the same culture. They're not worried about identity politics or who they're going to please and all that stuff. They're just worried about how much it's going to cost to make this. Let's make it as cheap as possible. That movie only cost $5 million to make, and the effects were $5 million, and the freaking effects held up to everything I saw in Marvel last year. Everything.
Dude, and the Godzilla looks realistic as hell in the trailers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, wait, hold on. Legion Comics and Mike, did you guys see the black and white version?
Yes.
Of what?
No, not -1. I didn't see the black and white version.
Oh, -1. Because I know it came out in color. Yeah, the black and white came out a little bit later.
Oh yeah,
but
I did too.
I heard. I know. I read too about the little articles that if you watch it in black and white, it's a whole different experience. Like it's like watching a different movie, but with the same movie, but it's like huge differences in emotions and everything. Mine's color.
That's a good one.
I like that. And I love the title too. -1. I know a lot of people always got confused.
Yeah.
It's because when the bombs hit Japan, they were to nothing. And now Godzilla is coming into the factor. So it's basically a -1, like another thing on top of that. You can't go below 0, so that's why you go to -1.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why it's made.
I thought it was a very smart title. I love that.
-1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
The one thing that I find very interesting is the fact that we've gotten all these new versions of kid movies from the 90s. Like you've gotten Transformers, you've gotten DC Comics, you've gotten Marvel stuff brought into the 21st century, brought into the new CGI, all of that. But yet we can't get a solid Power Rangers film.
True.
The Power Rangers film that we got it wasn't trash, but it suffered. There was a lot of things about it that could have been better. Was it good? Yes. Like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being able to kind of relive my childhood with a little bit more CGI, a little bit more storyline, but also like there's so much that you could do with Power Rangers that you're just not doing. Yeah, why is that?
Well,
I think
why are we not touching that property more?
I think honestly, like from what I've done my research on the property and talked to people who actually worked on these productions, like a lot of it's cursed. Exactly. Man. A lot of it's cursed. A lot of it's jinxed. I don't know why or how, but a lot of actors died. A lot of people wind up meeting like really tragical ends. And it's just like it happens like very rarely in Hollywood, but there's just certain shows and movies that will come out, and then you just get like bad luck. It's just bad luck. So I just believe, like, honestly, especially when Tommy was trying to make a movie, then he died. They were just like, well, you know what? It's not a good look. Like, maybe we shouldn't be messing with this and leave Sleeping Dogs lie. I just think it comes down to the reason why we can't get it is because of everything that happened throughout the years to everybody that was involved in Sabin and everyone who was involved in the Power Rangers. I mean, like, didn't the Yellow Ranger die? She died, I think, right? The Chinese girl. I know that I think she died.
There's like 20 people that have passed away in Power Rangers.
That's what I'm saying. So think about that. Like, I don't know. Me personally, I mean,
there's also a lot of Power Rangers iterations, and a lot of the guys from like the 90s version were very overweight and died of heart attacks. So like, if you die of a heart attack in your 50s and you are significantly overweight, I don't consider that a curse. I consider that
bad choice. I consider that bad life choices, my friend.
So I have heard this. There is a channel that you definitely should tune into if you love Power Rangers like I do. Legacy of the Nerd or Legacy of the Nerd is phenomenal. He's amazing. He has a lot of Power Rangers guests on. And he knows a lot of people in the Power Rangers community.
Oh, that's nice.
So he's talked to the people who are coming out with Fate of the Dragon and kind of like gotten inside scoops from them. So definitely someone to tune into. Like, I'm hoping that movie gives Power Rangers the resurgence that it deserves, because it needs it. Like, my son loves watching it. He is a Power Rangers
I think
fan
that's
through and
phenomenal.
through.
Like, because it's so old, that property, and he's enjoying it. Good for him.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, I want him to be able to enjoy it long past when he's 5, just like I did. Like, when I was young, it was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Then you had, I think it was Space Force. Then you had SPD, or not SPD.
Legends of Comics is asking, what is the fate of the dragon?
I think it's Fate of the Dragon. It's the one that
that was a Tommy movie. Tommy was supposed to be making, and
or Legend of the White Dragon.
Yeah, Legend of the White Dragon, I think it's called. I think they completed the movie, and he died.
Yep.
And that was the delay of the movie, and it was shelved. And I believe that the movie was completed in 2021.
Turbo, thank you.
Yeah,
that's the one that I was thinking of. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yes, Turbo. It was Zeo, the Turbo space. Yes. So,
I know I had a brain part.
Yeah, that's all good, man. Because this was supposed to come out, and then like once he passed away, you know, he was.
It's not 100% complete. No.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I heard it was though. But okay.
It's so. I want to say it's in like final production. Like I want to say filming is done, but they need to edit it. But also they wanted to give people time because obviously of everything that happened. It's
they just want to make it as good as possible.
It's stuck in limbo.
In memory of him.
Exactly.
Too.
Oh, he said, and today they're editing the final reshoots. All right, cool. So there's the Power Rangers update.
It's almost there.
I thought it was done.
It's just not there. Like, they know where it's going to go. They know what they want to do, but it was supposed to come out last fall. And then it was supposed to come out at the beginning or the end of 2024 or end of 2023. Then it was first quarter of 2024. Well, that's came and gone. They're struggling, from what I understand, they're struggling to find the best way to finish or make the movie to honor Tommy in the best way, or not Tommy, Jason David Frank in the best way possible.
Yeah. I mean, like, and you gotta understand that too. Like, look, rescheduling.
COVID was the biggest.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said. It was supposed to come out in 2019, and then after that, he passed away, and then the pandemic happened, and everything got. So if you look at things like that after the pandemic that lasted like a year, things got shelved for about 3 years. So most things got shelved for a couple of years. That's why we were trying to do a lot.
Pushed everything back.
I will say the nice thing, not really nice, but like, I want to word this the best way possible. Mm-hmm. The nice thing about having a character that wears a helmet is anyone can be anyone can wear the helmet for the reshoots.
Just like Spider-Man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just like Spider-Man.
You said it good, Chris. You worded it correctly. That is true.
Yeah.
I know again.
James Earl Jones is a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
Crap. James Earl Jones is a perfect example of that when they redid his voice over all of the scenes that had already been shot. Because he was wearing a mask, you don't have to line up the lips. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You can reshoot it the way you want it to, or re-record it, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Yes, exactly.
The way you want it to. And again, like we talked about with reshoots earlier, match up exactly the visual to the story that you need to tell.
Well, also, I don't know if you know this, but the original actor that played Darth Vader actually did do the voice in Darth Vader, but then they dubbed his voice over. So he was actually doing dialogue in the movie.
Well, it's because like they didn't see him as menacing and everything. Because was he Irish or Scottish?
I think
he had an accent. Yeah, because he wasn't as deep. He had they saw he didn't. It sounded weird to them. And he, like Mike was saying, he did act it so everyone knew what was going on.
Yep.
But it wasn't until the end where he's like, I don't want to do it. He like straight up refused to do his line. So they had to do other stuff with that. But it is.
Yeah, I mean,
so I mean, it doesn't apply to this film, but like that is the nice thing is that if they ended on the right note, obviously you can't have Jason David Frank take up the mantle again, but you could, if Legend of the White Dragon is successful, you could have it have someone be the next White Dragon.
Pass the mantle.
And pass the mantle properly. The same way that you did with Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
You pass the mantle.
Yeah. And I
Proper
thought, like,
or not, however you saw that
I'm
one.
sad for Chadwick Boseman not being here no more, rest in peace. Yeah. But I understand that, yeah. And I did like how they passed the torch to him, and that was a good thing. You know, like who?
Hey, yo, you do?
This is all gonna happen.
Wait, promiscuous time travel. I haven't seen you in a while. What's up?
Oh, promiscuous time travel, my buddy. I was just talking to you the other day. I sent them a link. I was trying to send links to my new eBay ad I made for one of the t-shirts I was selling. He was like, "What's this?" I was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry. This is for my comment. My bad." So what's up, promiscuous time traveler, my friend?
Wait, time traveler. Like, does it have my name in it, or is it something I got from you?
What? What?
No, because there is a comic book. I've seen the comic book too. Like, in the credit has Alex Garcia in it, like an editor or something. That's what I'm asking, because I used to talk to time traveler.
You're editing comic books behind our back.
Yeah, what are you doing, Alex? I got plenty of comic books.
What the hell, Alex?
I just want to make sure that if I got something from him, like I paid him or something. It's been a while. It's been a while since we talked.
Legion and Traveler, are you guys hopeful for the Venom 3 after seeing the last trailer? Just out of curiosity, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely there's a lot of stuff that's going to come out, or that I'm hoping will come out, that I'm hoping for the best. Well, there's also a lot that Thunderbolts. I'm hoping Thunderbolts does well. I think that would be a fun movie. I think that would be a fun character.
Yeah, I agree.
Or not a fun character, a fun team up movie to take on a ride. But again, you have to have the audience for it. You have to be able to
not only that you
have enough people who love that team.
Time traveler, message me on Instagram. We could settle it.
Oh damn,
it
man!
was Tuesday. God dang.
Oh, he came.
It's a while to hang on to a box.
Yeah, man.
I'll make sure to help. I honestly forgot. I thought I got that. I'm sorry. I think he was just waiting to find me. He's like, "Hey, yo, where is he?" Yeah, that's right. He only recognizes the face.
Well, he is a time traveler, so maybe it wasn't 2 years ago. Yeah. Maybe he's coming back from 2 years in the past.
Just a minute ago.
Or he went 2 years back.
For you. Yeah, but it's only a minute for him. That's why he's
God dang.
So well. See? Yeah, exactly. Don't mess with the promiscuous time traveler. Don't get hurt.
I'm gonna look back on my Instagram. His Instagram never existed because it hasn't been created yet.
Skynet hasn't invented it yet.
He hasn't born yet. His Instagram will come out to 2052.
Dang.
That's funny, man. Well, all I know is that I don't see much hope for the summer. Just I am looking forward to Wolverine, which I'll say it again. Everybody thinks it's not going to make over $1 billion. It will definitely make over $1 billion, and it's the same. And it's only one simple factor. But forget all the So real quick, I got some inside updates on that. If you guys don't want to know, just tune off right now. No, stay tuned. Screw that. You're gonna know. There's gonna be every Wolverine variant that ever exists in the movie.
Wait, is it true that Henry Cavill is gonna be in there?
Say what?
Because I've been reading reports or speculations that Henry Cavill is going to be one of the Wolverines. Is that true?
I didn't hear that, but I did hear that every incarnation of Wolverine. And check this out. I don't know how they're gonna do this. I'm thinking this is gonna cross a little bit into the Spider-Verse in a way where what I'm about to say next, even the animated version of Logan.
I like that.
Okay. Now, how they're gonna work it in, I'm not sure. But what I was hearing from people who were speculating that are close to the projects were saying that they feel they're gonna work it in like a scene that's just gonna cut to some weird they're just gonna enter into this scene and it's just all gonna be animated. Yeah. And you're gonna see Logan as the freaking X-Men 97 Wolverine tearing shit up. He's gonna be and Deadpool's gonna be there shooting things up and making everything bloody. It's kind of
I'm all for that.
the best way to describe it. Remember that scene from the Multiverse of Madness when they kept going to
that's what.
Yep.
That's what I was going to say.
It's a scene similar to that, from what I understand. But they said
Yeah.
that it's going to be every variant of Wolverine. Oh, there is a rumor too that Gwenpool will be making an appearance, but not for too long.
Wait, so Old Man Logan? Wait, no, Old Man Logan was Logan.
Old Man Logan, listen, Old Man Logan, all of them is going to make their appearance in every version.
Wait,
Old
what
Man
about
Logan, Weapon
what?
X?
Wolverine is going to be in there. Ghost Rider / Wolverine.
No, I don't know about Wolverine, but I know about.
I know that's too recent. That's too recent. Yeah.
No, every version of the regular Wolverine, not the Hellvein or not anything new, but every version of Wolverine that was made prior to that, they said they were going to try to push in this movie, which I don't know how they're going to do it yet.
If they could do it and do it perfect and do it great, dude, I would love that.
It's already a movie. Listen,
I wonder if this is going to be the way to pass the Wolverine mantle to a new actor.
Yeah, I think so too, because this is it. Like,
I'm saying they want Daniel Radcliffe.
I'd be game for that.
Daniel Radcliffe?
He's got some range.
Yeah. To be honest, I've always wanted. Wait, why am I blanking on his name? Carl Urban? Yeah, I think he would be. I think we discussed this before. Carl Urban, I think would be a good.
I agree.
Choice because he has that rugged look and stuff.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I can't see it going any worse than what has already became. But I like Hugh Jackman as on Wolverine. I thought he did a fine job.
And
I mean,
Daniel Radcliffe has the height for Wolverine down.
I know people have been wanting him.
I think he would make a good one actually, because Daniel Radcliffe, like you said, but wait, when he pulls the claws out, are they all going to turn into wands? That's what I want to know.
How tall do you think
imagine though? Like he starts shooting,
and I'm actually a little shocked at this. How tall do you think he is?
Dude, he's like 5.
Oh, I know exactly how tall he is.
Is he 5'5"?
He's 5'7".
He's 5'5".
Dude, he's my height. Dude, that means there's hope for me in the acting world.
Exactly, I told you.
I did not think that he was that short.
No, he is that short, yeah.
But I thought he was 5'7", 5'5".
When you see him in Harry Potter, he seems like pretty
angles, baby. It's called angles.
Yeah,
not only look at you, Chris. You're like 6'10", but no one can tell you sitting there like that.
I'm a foot taller than Daniel Radcliffe.
You are literally a foot taller.
Wait, are you really over 6 feet, Chris?
I'm 6'5".
He's 6'5".
You kidding me? Damn.
That's why Mike was always able to find me at Comic-Con. I just stood over everyone else.
When I first saw Chris, he goes, "I'm over here," and I'm looking up, and I'm like, "What the hell is he standing on a box?" Then I walk up to him, and I'm like, "This."
It's like,
what the?
That Yao Ming?
I was like, "You that tall?" And then that's it. We never lost him. We just kept saying, "We'll find the Growling Gene." We kept calling him the Green Giant.
Time Traveler. You will love Logan. Logan's a really great movie.
Yeah, Logan was good.
Logan
I like Logan because it dealt with what would happen with a person who's a psychic that's losing their minds and going through Alzheimer's. Can you imagine that? Professor X going through Alzheimer's. What would happen
that's dangerous.
around him? That is dangerous. This is why the villains need to be put.
Dude, but going back to Daniel Radcliffe being that height, that'd be good for him because Wolverine in the comics 5'3". I'm like, at least we'll get like a.
He's 5'5".
No, he's 5'3" in the comics.
Is he? Wow.
Yeah,
so here's the reason why Daniel Radcliffe doesn't look short.
He wears platforms.
5'5". Rupert Grint is 5'5". Tom Felton is 5'9". Bonnie Wright is 5'6". So he looks tall for the co-stars he has.
Well, how tall is Emma Watson? Is she like
Emma Watson's 5'5".
5'5"?
So when she wears heels to the ball, they must be on
Al Pacino's. Come on.
They must be wearing some pretty high boots, her and Rupert, because they definitely are taller than him. Taller than him. But
damn.
But
at least you get almost a comic accurate height of Wolverine in movies if Radcliffe takes it on.
Definitely.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I just hope when the claws come out, they're not wands. That's all. Imagine that.
Magic powers.
If I could do that, I would make that.
Well, do you think X-23 is going to make an appearance?
Who? Yes.
I'm pretty
X23.
sure she is.
Yes.
What about Dakin?
Not sure about.
Not
sure, bro. It's gonna be a lot of cameos though, and
I heard something about Dakin recently, but I can't remember if it was comic related or movie related.
Anime. Hey, baby. Oh, you're so cute.
Oh, yes,
But
you are.
I've got to head out. Long day tomorrow, so we're making my father-in-law's Father's Day gift.
Ooh.
So,
wait, did you get those? Did you get those? Did you get those? Did you get those shingles from him yet? Did you do that roof? I remember you told me you were gonna get yeah, come on, man, you gotta do it. Did you get the materials? That's all I care about. Yes. Okay, so before we go, guys, I just wanted to tell you guys real quick. My proof is not here yet. It's gonna be worked on next week. It was a little error on my part. I was supposed to send the ad, and I thought that my client was sending it to the guy. It was a little mix up in communication, but I got it all straightened out now. That's the only day I was holding up everything. So the ad is in now. I have a sponsor, which is cool. And we're gonna talk about this over the weekend. I would like to do an interview with him one day on the show, Chris. And I'm gonna give you more information on him. His name is Patrick Hickey Jr. and he owns a company called Legacy Comics. And trust what I tell you, yeah, this is amazing stuff. And we're gonna go over this, so we're gonna get to interviewing and everything. I mean, he's been all over Staten Island news. He's been in the papers. I mean, like he's actually written several books already in his lifetime. He's written one about video games that really touch on the old school video games. So he's been around the industry for a minute, and about 2.5, 3 years ago, he started Legacy Comics. And when I met him last year at a Staten Island Comic Con, and this is the person I told you about that. When I walked in the room, he was like, "It's you, Michael Birch, the Symbiotes Comics." I'm like, "Me?" Like, I was shocked that somebody knew me. Yeah, that's how I met. I'm like, "Me?" And then he showed me all his stuff. I was like, "Oh, dude, you got a cool ass company." So we swapped books, and I've been talking to him everything. So we were talking about this, and I was looking for a sponsor. And I told him, if you're interested, I have one page. So Legacy Comics is going to be our first sponsor and our first ad. So congratulations to you. And that's what that's holding us up. But by next week, we should have the proof. And then once I get it, I'm going. And if I like it, I approve it. Everything goes. And trust me, guys, I got some special covers coming. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Nice. But you'll see. You'll see. Nice. So that's all I got to say. So thank you, everyone.
Speaking of Comic-Cons and comic shop owners, who's one of the most famous comic shop owners from pop culture?
Ooh, from pop culture? Well, I know that
a TV show.
From a TV show. Yep. I don't know.
Stuart
from
The
Simpsons?
Big Bang Theory.
I was gonna say.
Oh,
so
you know what?
My local Comic-Con is going to have Stuart from Big Bang Theory this year.
Wait, seriously?
At their Comic-Con. Yup.
Oh, that's cool.
They also were able to get that. I'm very excited because two of my favorite
you cut out, Chris.
Are going to be there. Two of my favorite actors are going to be there.
The excitement's too much.
So two of my favorite actors are going to be there from TV shows that I absolutely love: Big Bang Theory and Arrow. So John Barrowman is also going to be there. So Malcolm Merlin and Stuart from the comic shop on Big Bang Theory are coming to Flower City Comic-Con FC3. So hyped for that.
Dude, that's awesome.
I love that I'll be able to meet them. I want to try to get a sit down with them either there or after, and just kind of talk to them, pick their brains, all that fun stuff. Would love to have them on the show if possible, but
dude, that'd be
definitely
amazing.
Excited. Yeah, definitely excited to get a chance to talk to them.
When is that, by the way? When is that going to be?
It's usually the second to last or last weekend in September.
You know what, Chris?
Let
me know. I think we're going to take a drive up there. You want to see me, Chris? Do you want me to
hang out
with you? All right, so I think we're going to go September. Just give me the heads up of when it's going to be so I can
September 13th to 15th.
All right, I think I'm going to go for a couple of days. Chris, make some room. We're coming. I want to go. So I'll definitely go in. I'll just rent the car and drive up there. So,
The first year that they're going to be open for 3 days.
All
So
right,
Friday,
good.
Saturday, and Sunday.
Just let me know what the hotels are going around there, because I think I want to go and cover this. This is something that I would definitely be interested in doing. I got to get out there more anyway. I mean, hell, give me the info. Maybe I'll set up a booth there. Who knows? I mean, I may appear at the con. I don't care.
Let's do it. I'll get you the info. Man.
Give me all the info, and I'll contact these people. And who knows? I'll come up there for the weekend and just chill with you guys. We can do shows. We can just chill like we did in Comic-Con in New York City. I'm down. So, okay, fellas, I am out. Thank you, everyone. That was fun.
Peace. Have a great day, everyone. Great night.
You too, everyone.
Peace.